Anyone here? Hi. If you're here, you have to say something. What's up, guys? Or folks, friends? Got some Arizona playing. Dance party at 12:30 ET. This is so weird. I've never done anything like this before. Ask me anything. I don't know. I'm here. I'm an open book. I'm drinking some coffee and eating some leftover Thai food from 2 days ago. So I don't know. In order to hang out, like you gotta, say hi. Let's just say hi. I'm sorry there wasn't a video today. It was just a long week. A bit stressful. What's up? Hi. I don't know. I can see the number going up and down. Hey, I'm really close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm like 30 away. I think that's really exciting. So thank you all for being here. I know I got one person here right now. Hi. What are you up to? What are you doing today? How's your Saturday going? What's up? I'm gonna play some. I don't know if anyone has music requests. Hi. It's my first time going live. Oh my gosh. It's weird. I'm like, it feels like I'm filming a YouTube video because no one is here, but I'm talking to people, Very strange. But yeah, I've never gone live on Instagram. I've never gone live on YouTube. I don't know what it's like. Now I do. It's kind of cool. Say hi. What's up, guys? Say hi. Let's see. What should we listen to? Maybe if I turn on Taylor Swift, everyone will leave. So we're not going to do that. So if you're new to New York City or you're going to move here, you can ask me any questions you have about moving here that I haven't addressed in other videos, or even if I have talked about it, we can talk about it again. So if you have any questions about moving here or the current state of the city or anything you want to know about me, or I don't know, let's chat. What are you all up to? What's going on? How's your Saturday? I'm going to try and turn on some like upbeat music, but nothing like too crazy. I should have done mimosas. We should have had a brunch. If I do this again, would you all be down for a boozy brunch? I feel like I'd have to bring like a friend over to join me here for this. Okay, yeah. Let me know if you'd be down for a boozy brunch. Okay, let's see. These settings, man. I can't see if y'all are leaving any comments. Maybe you're not. What's up, everybody? We're chilling. We're vibing. We are vibing, and I'm eating tofu. What's up? Any questions? Am I doing this wrong? I can't see if anyone's saying anything. It's possible I am doing it wrong. Oh my gosh. There, I see it now. Oh my gosh, I was doing it wrong. Okay, I'm going through. Destiny, hey, how are you? What's up? Okay, this feels way less lonely now that I figured out how to see the comments. I'm dying. What's up, Destiny? I'm great. How are you? I'm a little tired, but good. Jimmy, what's up? You're a real one. You're always commenting on my videos. What's up? How are you? Thanks for being here. Emma, hi. Emma, were you moving to New York? I feel like you were in a comment a long time ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Catherine, what do you think about living in Hell's Kitchen? The first thing that comes to my mind about living in Hell's Kitchen is roaches. Like I feel like, sorry, I have tofu in my mouth. I feel like all living in Midtown, anywhere near there, it's just bug infested. So if you did live in Hell's Kitchen, it actually might be kind of loud too. So if you don't mind noise, and if you really just want to be involved in the city, it'd be a great place to live. But I would be concerned about bugs, and then apartments will be smaller for sure. But I actually found a place in Hell's Kitchen on Craigslist before. I can't speak today. Instead of this place, it would have been that place or this place, and it was a landlord had posted it on Craigslist, and so and he was just looking for a good tenant, and there was no broker involved, so check it out. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be? Anyone who knows me well knows that I would live in Prague. It's like the place I go to get away from everything, but I haven't been able to go in a couple of years now, partly because of COVID and partly because it costs money. But yeah, I used to bartend in Prague, and I met some of my best friends that I still talk to. They're amazing. So I would definitely go back for sure. If I were to live anywhere but New York, that's where I would go. Blossom, what's up, Blossom? Hey, everyone go check out Blossom's Instagram. Hold on. And YouTube. Let me find it. I gotta finish chewing this piece of tofu. Okay. MX, they, them. Go follow them. Blossom's amazing. Really fun Instagram content too. How do you deal with the pollution in the city? I mean, the masks certainly don't. I mean, they certainly help. But the most you can do is just do as best to the environment as you can. But in terms of like breathing, there's not much you can do. Like, you have to know that there's going to be pollution if you live in a city, to be honest. Blossom's eating lunch. Jenny, moving to Brooklyn at the end of August. Any advice for adjusting to life in New York? I'm from a small town, Georgia. Oh my gosh, welcome. I'm glad you're coming to Brooklyn, because now I feel like Brooklyn's becoming the new, oh my God, I'm gross. I keep spitting out my food. But Brooklyn's becoming the new Manhattan. There's a lot more nightlife, but it's a better vibe, to be honest. But don't go gentrifying that shit. But yeah, Brooklyn is great. I'm so excited for you. Any advice adjusting to life in New York? Take it slow. Don't expect aesthetic lifestyle right off the bat. And yeah, take it slow. Treat yourself. Plan for a lot of self-care days. But you'll adjust really quickly. End of August is a great time. It'll be really hot, though. Emma, hi, I love your videos. Greetings from Germany. What's up, Germany? Wait, I've been in Berlin. I've been to Frankfurt. And that's it, I think. But, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful there. I'm so jealous. I want to go to Germany. I'll trade you spots. Blossom, I'm lucky so far. I have no bugs. Yes. Yes, I know. Honestly, me too. Although I have a really gross roach story if you want to hear. It's really embarrassing. It's not, well, it's embarrassing for the roach, we'll say that. This apartment doesn't get a lot of bugs because I'm on the 5th floor. So I am lucky about that. But if I don't do the dishes for a day, I will start to get roaches. Coffee love. Hey, Chelsea, will be in NYC Monday to look for apartments. I've been trying to contact brokers to no avail, I guess, because I have no guarantor. I feel like I'm being annoyed. That's such a tough one. I mean, the best luck I've had is on Street Easy. That is the hardest thing. I mean, it really is the hardest thing. I feel like a lot of brokers right now are not responsive because they have an overwhelming amount of people contacting them. And so it may feel like they're ignoring you, but the apartments are just getting filled so quickly, and that they're overwhelmed with the amount of people. So my best advice is to just refresh Street Easy and wait for, and just kind of, you may not get everything you want in an apartment at this time. So find out the parts of living in an apartment that are your non-negotiables, and then just apply to everything. And then if you feel good in the apartment and you're viewing, go for it, because there's going to be 10 people in line after you who are ready to go. I have a good video on this if you're interested to hear more about that. But best of luck to you. It's so hard to find an apartment this time of year. I've been hearing horror stories. So it's going to happen. I'm sending you all my good vibes. You're going to find an apartment. This is your sign. Catherine, which neighborhood in Manhattan do you recommend living in? come uptown. Like, okay, if you live lower than 14th Street, that's great. I think it'll be really expensive rent, especially with the schools opening up. But that'll be like more of what you see on TikTok and YouTube, that New York vibe. But come uptown. Like Washington Heights is great, but treat the community well. Do your part. Clean up after yourself. Be a good addition to the neighborhood. Don't go moving up to Inwood and be the worst person ever. But yeah, try uptown. I mean, you just got to be aware of your safety. That's all. But Washington Heights, I loved. Inwood, I loved. I mean, it was loud, but no one moves to New York City in hopes that it's quiet, except for me now after like almost 5 years. I'm just hoping that one day it will be quiet. But my building here is actually really quiet, so that's nice. Awesome. You're amazing. You're amazing, Blossom. Thanks for being here. Jasmine, love your content. Oh, you're amazing. Watching from Australia, moving to NYC next year on a green card. Oh, your content is really helpful. It makes me so excited. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Oh, I heard Australia is going through it right now. I'm not sure if y'all are still in lockdown. But my good vibes to you. That's rough. That's rough. At the rate that New York City is going, I feel like we'll be in lockdown too. I don't know. Again soon. Maybe it's for the best. And do you ever feel like no matter how much you do, it feels like you're not doing enough here? Yes. I'm feeling like so driven, but if I take an hour to relax, it feels like I'm being lazy. 100%. Like you always have to feel like you have to be on. And I think that has to do with just the high cost of things and how the stakes are so high. Like if you're not pushing out content constantly, then you won't get enough money to pay rent. Like it becomes less about doing content because you enjoy it and more about, I need to do this to pay the bills and I'm so stressed about it. And that's kind of what I've found too. Like when I was a waitress, if I didn't take an extra shift, I would feel bad about it for a long time because I know I could use the money, but I also need to know my tells on when I'm about to have a meltdown and then not feel bad about saying no. Mental health is always, always a valid reason to slow down and at least just give one day a week when you can turn off your phone for a solid amount of time where you can treat yourself to a workout or whatever makes you feel good, even if it's just a walk. That helps me find my balance, definitely. Cindy, hello from LA. What's up, LA? I have so many friends in LA. Wow, that sounded really conceited. I have so many friends in LA. No, I mean, meaning that I'm familiar with LA and it sounds amazing and it sounds warm and not rainy like it's been in New York. Yes, on lockdown. Yeah, that's so sad. Don't think we'll be out until September, October, which is disappointing. Wow, that's so far away. We just need to get more vaccines. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers for you. Wow, September, October is so far away. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. And you're probably not allowed to people are not allowed to come in and out, I'm guessing, because it's lockdown. Gosh, it's like the second summer. I feel like y'all were doing really well for a while, and then like this Delta variant is just really screwing things up. What's the best steakhouse in New York City? I don't eat meat, but when I did, so I used to work. I don't know if I can even answer this question. When I ate meat, I had a good steak at my old job in the Lower East Side. I worked at Dirty French in the Lower East Side. And they had amazing steak. Like if you want a Côte de Boeuf, like a big, I don't know how many ounces it was. It's like the size of my face, like a big steak, like it's a French restaurant, any French restaurant. I think steakhouses are overrated. And some of them, they just produce so much steak that there's not enough quality or care put into it. But if you want quality or care, there's not enough attention given to each steak. Like it's becoming more like I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, don't be afraid to, if you want a good steak, you have to spend money on it, but it can be really expensive. Thank you. Saw your videos leasing an apartment, coming to Los Angeles to NYC. So I pray to find an apartment next to response. Positive vibes, coffee loving Miss MS. All the positive vibes to you. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Y'all, I appreciate you all so much. It's actually really nice to connect with you guys, or folks and friends. It's great. Blossom, yeah, that's where I am. I'm trying to make a new schedule. Yeah. And it'll always be changing, like, because your mental health will always be at a different point based on where you're at in your life, or where you're at in your career, where you're at, like, in the world as well. New York is not an easy place. I think there should be more awareness around self-care, but it seems so overdone. Everyone, I don't know. There's so many videos on self-care. I have a video on self-care, and even making it, I was cringing. But now oh, what's up? I discovered your channel, Kenzie. What's up? I discovered your channel so recently. I love your content. You're the best, Kenzie. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thanks for being here, you guys. We got 14 of you. That's way more than I thought would stick around. Anyone drinking coffee? Anybody? Because that's where I'm at. I slept in today. I definitely slept in today because I have been sick for like 2 weeks, and it's not COVID. But I just can't shake it. And my new job has me, I'm pretty stressed. I'll say that. And so I'm not able to kick my sickness. So self-care is everything, man. Which I'm preaching about self-care here, but I'm also finding that balance too. And so, you can't neglect yourself for your employer. You can't do that. Recommend me a movie. I just watched King of HBO. You know what? I'm way more of a, okay, well, In the Heights was really good. I saw that in theaters, and that was the first movie I've seen in theaters in a while. Excuse me. But I'm gross. I am a TV show person. So if you watch Handmaid's Tale, you understand. Handmaid's Tale is like just a really long movie. So if you haven't watched that, I think that's on Hulu. Definitely do that. But other movies, man, I need someone to take me to a movie. I don't know. Oh shoot, there's so much out there right now with everything opening up. At the beginning of quarantine, I made it a goal to, like, last year, I made it a goal to watch all of the Avengers movies in order. I think even the Avengers movies were different from, like, the other superhero ones, like Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy, like watching everything in chronological order, even if it's not in the year that it was, or in order that it was released, it's actually like chronological for the storyline. That was interesting. But you need Disney Plus, and I got rid of Disney Plus a while ago. It's almost 1 there, right? Yep. We're almost at 1 p.m. Eastern time. What time is it in Australia? I feel like it's a really big time difference. 10 hours? I don't know from here. Jasmine, have you seen many events happening in New York? I work in the events. Oh, cool. It'll be interesting to know if events are still happening. I imagine so. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. So much that I can't even keep up. And I've ended up, I have a TikTok just to scroll. Like, I don't post anything. But I'm on a side of TikTok that's like all events to do, like electronic shows. I'm really big into techno music. It's almost embarrassing. And I don't know many people who are still like that. And so I went to a club last Saturday and I felt so old. It was the worst experience. I'm like, why? It was like, okay, I'm just going to stay by the bar and keep the vodka Red Bulls coming. Because maybe I'm too old for this, but I love the music. There's so much going on. Get on TikTok. Get yourself in that algorithm, and you'll find a lot of events going on. But I'm more familiar with like electronic techno kind of stuff. But yeah, there's so much going on. It wasn't today the free city bike day? I'm going to go ride around and not get back. Have fun, Blossom. Oh my gosh. Free city bike day? Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that here. Go, if you're in New York City, get a city bike. Yes, don't get hit by a car. Catherine, I've been trying to find a high-rise floor-to-ceiling studio apartment less than $3,000. Yeah, and I just can't find any. I guess I have to accept it. I mean, it depends where you're looking. $3,000 is a good budget, I think. I definitely think that could be doable. I mean, at the beginning of, or last, sorry, there's someone in my hallway. like last year, the quarantine prices definitely would have been no problem, but now it's just brutal. Everyone is out there just good luck. But I don't think that's impossible. I keep trying. I hope you have like a little bit of a backup plan just in case you run out of time to find something. But yeah, don't stop. Don't stop looking. You'll find something. It'll happen. It just sometimes takes more time. But yeah, sometimes, I mean, if floor to ceiling windows are that's your non-negotiable, then go for it. But you may not have like dishwasher or new appliances or whatever else. But I don't think it's impossible. Nearly 3 a.m. in Australia. Man, you're a real one for being here, Jasmine. It's 3 a.m. in Australia. Wow. I love it. I love it. Thanks for being here. Catherine, yeah, I live in the Philippines. We have the same time except yours in the afternoon. Nice. Okay. From the Philippines. Oh, that sounds like so beautiful. I just want to sit on the beach in the Philippines. Yeah, 2:48 in Australia. Amazing. Wow. So Saturday night is like you all went out for Saturday. Well, I guess you're in lockdown. So that's what I liked about quarantine is that there were just so many different lives you could join. I was on D Nice on Instagram. I think that's his handle. It was such good music, and a lot of celebrities were following him as well. So it was fun to see like different celebrities pop up in the comments. Like I think Michelle Obama popped up at one point, and I was like, I'm here listening to the same music as Michelle Obama. Okay. Let me see. D Nice. I put as many people on to D Nice as I possibly could. Yeah, D Nice. DNICE. Go follow him. He has 2.6 million followers on Instagram. That's funny. But well deserved. He's on live all the time, and it's like kind of funk music, but good beat. You might catch a celebrity in those comments. We've always been in lockdown here. Oh, I see. It's never been lifted. Yeah, ever since the pandemic started, it's the worst. But I feel like y'all are doing it right. I mean, you're isolated over there in Australia. You're gonna be the first ones to beat it. You are, and then the rest of us will be back in lockdown, and you'll be living your normal life. I mean, it sucks. Everyone wants to travel right now, but traveling is what's getting everyone in lockdowns again and again. I know UK just opened up a little bit, and that is exciting. If anyone's here from the UK, weird question. Is there really such a big problem with bedbugs in NYC? Yeah. I mean, knock on wood. I've never had that issue. But that is not an issue you want to have. So just be careful about like the cleanliness of the building. Because even if someone on your floor has bedbugs, you'll probably get it too. Excuse me. Still a little sick, sorry. But depends on the cleanliness of your roommates too. And sometimes if you find a roommate online, you never know. But my advice to you is if you find furniture on the street, be really careful about bringing it into your apartment. Don't ever bring a mattress into your apartment that hasn't been wrapped up in a bag. If you're moving in the city, wrap your mattresses up, wrap your bedding up, your box spring if you have one, wrap it up in plastic, and that will help. But yeah, there's a big problem. But I wouldn't say, I mean, it's the same as any other city. I'm guessing like Boston and I don't know, cities in California have a similar issue. It's just what happens when a lot of people come together and who are dirty. Like, I don't know. Hello from Berlin. What's up, Henry from Berlin? Oh man, I was in Berlin for a week and I was actually trying to find a job there, but I didn't have a visa. So I don't know what I thought I could find, but I was in a hostel at the time. I was traveling alone and I met someone in my hostel. It was like a hostel for a room for 8 people. And there was just one other guy there and me. And so we just became friends and we went out walking around. It's in January. It's so snowy there at that time, freezing cold, but we couldn't get in. We could have gotten into some of the clubs we were walking by, but man, it was like at that time when I was traveling, I had no money. So it was 20 euro to get inside. And I was like, I can't afford that, but I wish I had done it just for the experience, but Berlin, I would love to live there. What's the driving culture like in New York? Now everyone has a car. Well, that's a huge exaggeration. A lot more people have cars now. And so it's making the subways less crowded, but traffic is insane. So like sometimes it's just not worth it to take an Uber. But yeah, I mean, you'll get yelled at if you're doing dumb shit on the road. If you're and you're driving, you cut someone off, people will yell at you. And I've seen fights happen on the street. One time I've seen it like in person. The other times I've seen it on TikTok, and it's crazy. Like people are not afraid to speak their minds here. And I kind of love it. Like people are direct, and I appreciate that. And they will call you out. So I appreciate that it's not a passive aggressive city. But yeah, driving can be kind of crazy. And especially, I mean, you saw, if you follow What is New York or something, there's a lot of like New York Instagrams that show kind of crazy stuff that's going on, subway creatures too. But like a whole bus just sunk into the street. The wheels did. Like infrastructure here is a nightmare. So driving, you never know. Like when the road is going to fall in on you. Can you imagine that? That'd be so wild. But yeah, get a car if you want. Insurance is crazy, but get a car if you want. Kind of anxious to live alone soon in NYC. Do you have any advice? Yeah. Anxiety is real in New York City for sure. And I think it has to do with so many people in one place, but I don't know, the coming together doesn't always happen. So you can feel the loneliest when you live alone, even in a big city. Because sometimes it's even hard to go out and make friends. Like the best advice I have for you now after quarantine is to sit at a bar by yourself. Limit yourself to like a couple drinks so that way you don't get too intoxicated if you're alone. That's always important. But just be doing something. I think the time that I've sat at bars and made friends alone, I was playing Candy Crush on my iPad at the time. And a lot of people came up to me and started talking to me because of that. And it gave them a reason to. And it also was nice because I didn't feel like I was imposing on someone else's night. Like sometimes people just want to be with their group of friends. And I get it. I feel like that way sometimes too. But it gives someone a reason to come over and start a conversation that's easier than like, hey, you're pretty. And that might make you feel uncomfortable. So that's some advice I have. But yeah, I have the last video I put out last Saturday was about living alone, and it's real. It's tricky. It's hard. Cindy Tran, hello. Did you go to college? If so, what was your major and career path? Yeah, man, I went to college. I wouldn't say I regret it, but I'd say I wish that I had taken a year off in between high school and college for sure. I have a degree. Is my camera blurry? I'm gonna try and. No, it still sucks. Excuse me. I went to an art school or a theater school in Seattle for 4 years, and I did graduate, and I met some of the best people I've ever met in my life. But in terms of education, a lot of my professors were just amazing. So yeah, I tried to be an actor. Part of me still wants to go down that route, but it's not for me right now. But I just wish I had more time in between high school and college to really have the guts to not feel like I had to go and get a degree to feel like I had to be successful. But I use my theater degree in every job I've had since I graduated. Like learning spatial awareness, that can help you in any industry. Like, especially being a waiter. Like it's crowded, you do have a tray of drinks. You need to know who's in front of you, who's behind you, who's around you, so you don't run into them, you know. And even just working as a team, like I learned so much about just how to function around other people from that degree. But yeah, any advice? Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong one. Yeah, so maybe I'll audition for something. That would be like the scariest thing I could ever think of doing is auditioning for a play. Henry, cool. What's up? You should keep that dream alive. Plenty of YouTubers, expats making videos about their experience moving here. It's a colorful city. Free healthcare too. Oh my God, free healthcare. I have to tell y'all. So I've been on sort of, I wouldn't say it's private healthcare. I use Oscar health insurance, which my premiums are like $180 something a month. And then I got a letter in the mail last week that said, because I'm turning 30 this year, my my insurance will raise from $184 a month to like $684 a month just to have health insurance. That is nuts to me. They're like, we're only raising it by 275%. I'm like, what? So because I'm turning 30, I'm not allowed to have disastrous health insurance. So because I don't go to the doctor very often, because they're assuming I'll go to the doctor more since I'm over 30 almost. So it's crazy. Free healthcare, that's quality of life. That's why I would go to Europe, or I mean, there's probably plenty other places in Europe that have free healthcare. The US is not it. Whoop, whoop. Catherine, have you ever encountered some dark sides of New York City, like sorts of crimes? Yeah. I've heard of the app called Citizen. I had that reports nearby crimes, and I'm wondering if you have that as well. Yeah, I had the Citizen app, but I had to delete it because it made me paranoid. Because if you're sitting in your bed in the middle of the night, and you get notifications from Citizen app, you're like, oh, someone just got stabbed a block away from where I'm at. Like, you don't need that stress in your life. But if you want to be aware of what's going on, excuse me, just turn off your notifications. But yeah, I got robbed my first year when I was here, but it wasn't in person. So that would be my biggest fear, is just getting mugged if I'm alone walking around at night. But I haven't experienced that bad of crime myself. But I've definitely heard some horror stories. I don't want to scare y'all by telling them. But there's a lot of crime that's going on right now, and it's worse than it's been since the 80s or 90s, I believe. The rising crime rates are something that we shouldn't ignore if you're thinking of moving here. But it just means that you have to have an extra level of awareness. Yeah. Healthcare is one aspect of moving to the US that I'm a bit worried. Yeah, from Australia, but I know I need to experience living in New York. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to be here forever. And it doesn't mean that. I mean, it will be very confusing to figure out insurance when you're here. Believe me, I haven't figured it out completely myself. And there's always something new to learn. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. And everyone who lives in the US knows it. Yeah. But don't let that keep you from moving here. It's definitely, I think it's great that you're thinking about those things right now. For sure, because you'll be more prepared than most. But yeah, don't let it stop you from moving here. I think when I moved here, I didn't really think of any of that kind of stuff. And that made the transition here kind of hard, because it was like a big slap in the face of me I wasn't 26 yet, so I was still on my mother's insurance, which was nice. But when that ended, I was just sort of lost. And then I ended up needing to go to the doctor, and I had to pay out of pocket. And then, and then it just kind of goes from there. So the more planning ahead you do, the better. But the fact that you're already aware of that now is so good. It's not impossible. Don't let it keep you from coming here. But also, it may be a reason why you wouldn't want to stay, but definitely experience New York. Try and make it happen. Yeah, France, Italy, Sweden, Spain. Oh, nice. People moving here say one of the main reasons making the jump is... I cannot read. What is wrong with my eyeballs? People moving here say one of the main reasons making the jump is to travel around Europe. Yeah, because everything is so close to each other. It's very affordable too. Definitely. That would be amazing. I know. I mean, when I was in Europe traveling, it was like 15 euro for a bus ride from one country to the next country. And I feel like New York, the US is so spread apart. I've seen more of Europe than I have of the US, because the US is just so massive. And right in the middle, there's so many states that there's just not a lot going on. But I would definitely, oh man, who wants to do a road trip with me driving across the US? That's something I really want to do. I'm not the best driver, but I have good music playlists. Yeah. Are there restaurants in NYC that play well for servers, Catherine? Yes, definitely. Don't be afraid to apply for finer dining. People will, like right now, the demand for servers is so high, and the amount of people coming to restaurants is so high, you will make bank. But it really depends on where you decide to work. So be a little picky about that. Like, go for finer dining, even if you don't have experience. Don't be the one to say, I saw this on TikTok yesterday. I don't remember who said it. But don't be the one to tell yourself no. Let someone else tell you no. So don't not go for the job because you think you're not qualified. Let someone else tell you you're not qualified, and then it wasn't meant to be, and then move on to the next. Definitely, though, you can make so much money as a server here. When I was working in fine dinings, the servers would make around on average, like $1,000 a week. And they would, it depends on the week and the time of the year and the amount of days that they work. So I'd say that was like 4 or 5 shifts. It'd be like $1,000. It's pretty good. In my eyes, that's pretty good. But there are definitely places that will pay more and definitely places that will pay less. We have to work for it. Waiting tables is not easy. Any banks you recommend? Good question. Once I get my social security number, once I land in the States, I'll need to open a bank account. Yeah, I've heard good things about Chase Bank. I think I want to transfer over to Chase Bank. There are some types of banks that are not so, I don't want to say corporate, but I don't remember the word for it. This would be an interesting video to make, actually. I might look into this one more. But check out Chase. I think they have a good reputation and a really user-friendly app. But there are, like, Bank of America, man, be careful with them for sure. Their fees are insane. Dual citizen right now. Woo, amazing. The Philippines and the US. Yeah. You should be excited to move to New York City. It's great here. The vibe right now is just so good, but it's, I don't know. My hot girl summer is not panning out how I thought it would, I was like on such a grind. Like I was working out. I was eating so well. I was meditating and drinking so much water. And then I get a full-time job. And now I have to remind myself to shower. So hot girl summer is spent in an air-conditioned building. Anyone else experiencing like that their summer is not quite what they thought it would be? Am I alone in that? Henry, is living in Midtown really that bad as people make it out to be? No. It's definitely not. If it depends on what your standards are, but you're definitely going to pay more for a little less, I would say. And the bugs would just be wild. So if you're going to live in Midtown, don't live on the first floor or the second floor. Like aim for a little bit higher up. The bugs won't make it that far, hopefully. And aim for like a nicer building. It's going to mean that you pay way more, but it just depends on what you want. Like if you just want a place to leave your stuff and you're going to be out working or out in the world all day long, don't pay so much money for a beautiful, like brand new, furnished, like perfect wall. I don't know, like new appliances. I don't know. Then, and you're going to be in your apartment a lot. Invest your money in the place you're going to know you're spending the most time. But if you want to live in a shoebox, I've done that. I loved it. I was never home and I just needed a place for a bed and my clothes. So it depends on what you want, but it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. It's loud. That's it. And it's easy to get to places from Midtown. You can get to Queens easy, to Brooklyn easy, Uptown easy. You're just kind of centralized. And there's so many subways to choose from, which is really nice too. What's up, Stevenson? What's up? I'm in. I've never been to Utah, Montana, Seattle, and so forth. Oh, yeah. Okay. Road trip. Here we go. I don't know. I love it. Yes, Seattle, I lived there. It was beautiful. I've never been to Utah either. And you know what? It's funny you say Montana because Montana is I've heard so many people talk about wanting to go Montana for some reason. And I don't know. Like I feel like it'd just be really nice stars, really nice, quiet, lots of wildlife. Just sounds relaxing. I need to unwind after half a decade here. Cindy, how's dating life? I'm a college student. Hey, you'll find no shortage of people who would want to date here right now. There's so many people here. I mean, it's the same as it always has been. I think don't expect too much, but just be willing to keep going out there and putting yourself out there and normalize rejection. Normalize getting rejected yourself and then normalize rejecting other people. my biggest advice is just don't waste your time and don't waste other people's time, and be upfront about what you're actually looking for. Anything but B of A and Wells Fargo. There we go. Thank you, Elite. Yeah, don't get a bank or don't use Bank of America or Wells Fargo. Thank you. Yeah. You know what? No, having the time to date, you're so right. There really isn't time. You have to make time, and it sucks because sometimes if dates go bad, you're like, I just wasted my precious Friday night. Like, why? Why did I do that? But yeah, time is everything. But yeah, there's no alternative. Like, either you make time or it doesn't happen. Catherine, what's up? Did you pay a broker's fee when you moved in? If not, how expensive do broker's fees cost? I was very lucky that I didn't pay a broker's fee. The broker that I found on Street Easy, my landlord actually was paying her to find people. So if I had outsourced a broker, I would have had to pay her a percentage of my rent. And I think it's like 10 to 20% of your annual rent. So if you pay $1,000 a month, if your rent would be $1,000 a month, then you would times that by 12 for 12 months, $12,000. And then times that by 0.20, and that's how much you would have to pay your broker. But I didn't have to pay a broker's fee, and that was one of my, that was a huge perk for me because it can save you thousands of dollars. I'm down for a road trip, Emma. Yeah, let's do it. I like that emoji then. Yes, good playlists. I'm here for it. Drop your favorite music in the comments. Enlighten people. Jasmine, best phone carrier to go with in New York City with good coverage. That's my buzzer. Who's here? Oh, it might be an Amazon package. Sorry. 1 second. Ugh. I can't let, it's my sunscreen. I ordered sunscreen. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a stranger just wanting in my building. I don't know. I'm buzzing them in right now. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, best phone carrier. I currently pay $50 a month, unlimited data and text and calls. Anything similar? I think for an iPhone, I use AT&T, and it can be upwards of $100 a month. But AT&T has good service. I heard okay things about Sprint, and I'm neutral on Verizon. I've had AT&T since I was a teenager. So, but yeah, it's going to be expensive for sure. It depends on the phone you want. Like, if you want to be, cool and get a flip phone. I wish Razr phones were still a thing. Anyone have a Razr phone? I actually have a great story about the Razr phone that I had when I was in middle school. Daphne Gabriel, what's up? Moving to next month to New York. Love it. I've been applying for jobs in film production and nothing. Yeah, oof, brutal. Any advice on how to get into this industry from New York and from LA? What's up? Thanks for watching. Yes. I thought someone was going to knock on my door. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Hi.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. Have a good day. I'm dead. He had seamless delivery, and it wasn't for me. I should have just taken it. Okay, let's see. How much utilities cost per month? I don't remember where I was at before he knocked on my door. Utilities, I pay around $60 for electricity and around $60 for my Wi-Fi. And then I pay gas, which doesn't get more than like $20 a month. Definitely not more than 20. I haven't seen a bill from the people from my gas in a while, so I'm hoping that I don't owe them a lot of money. Especially for AC, how long do you use it a day and how much does it cost? I use mine when I get home. Sometimes I sleep with it on all night because it's just so hot, but I really try and turn it off as often as possible. And then when my room gets unbearable again, then I turn it back on. But my building, I think, actually has a fee, like to have it's a $50 surcharge added to your rent every month that you have an AC, but I don't know how they can tell you have an AC. So I'm hoping they don't catch me. But it can get expensive. Yeah, but it's worth it. It's unbearably humid here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Film production. Sorry, Daphne. Nothing so far. I have a good friend in production right now, and she's just doing freelance. But it's definitely possible. I'd say after you get that first gig, everything else will just fall into place. My suggestion is LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn for all my networking. And honestly, being in YouTube comments really helps. You never know where people will be looking for work. Don't give up. I wish I had more advice for you, but it's not really in my field. For acting, I'm more of the theater major. Mariah, eyebrows looking great. Oh my gosh, thanks, Mariah. What products do you use on them today? Thank you so much. I really tried. I'm not wearing anything else but eyebrows today. I have an eye pencil. I think it's Revlon from the drugstore. And then I have Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel. I just throw on it because I sweat when I go outside. And then my brows go south with it. Stevenson, what's up? I'm a native New Yorker. Oh, cool. Now living in North Carolina. What up? Miss the vibe of the city. New York is New York. Yes, it is. It's a vibe. And that's why I stay. But North Carolina, that sounds beautiful too. Man, that's cool. I think it's more of a flex to be a native New Yorker than to be like, I've been living in New York for 2 years. Like, you are from here. Even if it's like not from like the Bronx or Brooklyn or Manhattan or anything, like that's a huge flex. Catherine, I'd love to bump into you soon when I live and have a little chat. Love it. I mean, there's a few of you who've reached out in my DMs wanting to hang out. And I'm like, yes, I would love to hang out. And then I'm just so busy. So please, if you want to hang out, send me an Instagram DM, I think. Or if you have my Instagram, it's at Chel, CHEL.Cal, CALL. And that'll be in like all my videos. But DM me and let's find some time. But I'm so busy at the moment, but I'm hoping soon it will not be as busy, and then I can meet some of you. Arsa, what's up? Is New York affordable or expensive? Definitely more expensive, but there are affordable ways to live in it. You just might need a lot of roommates and be okay with like not going out and cooking at home. So it is what you want it to be. The experience is what you want it to be. Omar, where can people look for an apartment that doesn't involve brokers? Street Easy is my best advice, or even if you have friends living in New York, ask them if their building has openings, because then you can get it directly through the landlord and you won't need a broker to find. Brokers are just there to advertise for the apartment because landlords don't have time. I'm sure there's many other reasons, but that's what I know. But there are definite ways you can do it, and the best way is word of mouth. And Craigslist sometimes has buy owner apartments. But Street Easy, sometimes the landlords pay the brokers and then you don't have to worry about that fee. So that's nice, but it's definitely possible. I hope that helps. Jasmine, yeah. How do delivery packages go in NY? Do you normally deliver straight to your door or leave in the lobby apartment? Yeah, I mean, I've had a few packages stolen when I lived further uptown. And yeah, they right now, because not every apartment I've lived in has had a doorbell. So either they can't even just get into the building and then they don't drop the package off and then it ends up at some random post office, or I've had them leave it in the lobby in this building and they leave it in the lobby and then I just hope it doesn't get stolen. If they need to sign for it, then they come up and then ring my doorbell, which is what I thought was happening like 10 minutes ago, and that guy rang my doorbell. Yeah, some have gone missing though. A few, like a Christmas package of mine went missing a few years ago. It's very sad. But you can tell, like you can leave directions on, excuse me, you can leave directions on the package delivery, but it can be kind of a pain. It's dangerous to walk alone at night. Yeah, I would err on the side of not safe versus safe. I rarely walk alone at night anymore. I just try not to put myself in unsafe situations, but yeah, right now I wouldn't consider it very safe, which is sad. I want to be more positive about it, but it wouldn't be a service to y'all if I wasn't honest. Daphne, thank you. Woo! Love it. Cindy Duran, what made you move to New York City? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there more acting opportunities in LA? It's a different kind of acting. LA has a lot of, they have a lot of stage as well, acting, which is what I'm interested in. But, and so there's Broadway here, and being able to see Broadway, whether or not I'm on Broadway, is what brought me here. But LA has a lot more film opportunities. So it just depends on what kind of acting you like. But I honestly, I was kind of done with the West Coast because I grew up in Oregon and then lived in Washington. And then to move to California, I wanted to experience the East Coast. So that's really why I came. Oh, I decided to do NYC. And I had a couple friends here too, which was cool. Henry, supposedly people in Manhattan can't stop talking about their careers and comparing themselves to others. Yeah. Even among friends, that would be exhausting. Is that your experience? I mean, sometimes that's even me, to be honest. Sometimes I just don't shut up about it. It's hard to, I mean, people think like you have a high paying job that means, you're cool or you made it, but you still have to go to that high paying job that's extremely stressful every day. So I think it's more of a flex to be honest with yourself and to just support your friends, right? That's what you're getting at, right? Like just be happy for other people. Careers do not define you as a person. At least that shouldn't be, but it can be here. There's a superficial level to New York City, definitely, that I don't resonate with. That would be exhausting. Yeah. Mariah, do you have a head cold going on? Yeah, I do. Don't worry. I've been tested for COVID a couple times. So it's been negative, but I got sick like a little over 2 weeks ago, and it just hasn't stopped because your girl is stressed. So I'm taking today. If y'all are doing anything self-care tonight, I'll be right there with you. Not really, but like in spirit. Tonight, I'm taking the night off. I'm not going out. I'm staying home. I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to make myself a bath. I'm going to make myself some teas. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to work out. I'm going to try and do everything I can to fill my cup. And so I wish that for all of you as well. I'm off to bed nearly 3:30. Thanks for being here so late. Oh my gosh. Thank you for answering my questions. I love your energy. I look forward to. You know what, Jasmine, you're a real one. Thanks for being here. Thank you all for watching. Anyways, yes, send me a DM. We'll get coffee. But in this near future, oh my gosh, I'm just so busy. I mean, I'll be on here until 1:30. So, and then I gotta go grocery shopping. I was thinking of filming another Trader Joe's haul. I just love Trader Joe's. But I'm thinking about like when I want to cook, meal prep is everything. I'm like at work now from 8:30 in the morning until like 6 or 7 at night. And I cannot keep buying Seamless every day. That's not sustainable. So I'm going to really meal prep today. Go to Trader Joe's and enjoy this beautiful weather. Mariah, off to walk the dog. Whoop! Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Right on. If you haven't said hi in the comments, make sure to do that. And thank you all for being patient with me with my YouTube videos. This week was just so nuts for me. And I like these lives. I don't know how you feel. Is Whole Foods cheaper than Trader Joe's, or is it the other way around, Catherine? Whole Foods is extremely expensive, but the quality of their stuff is way better. But I'm just a huge fan of Trader Joe's. Yeah, it's overwhelming going into Trader Joe's. The lines are huge, but the stuff is just so good. And you know where it's coming from too. So I'm just a huge fan. I actually travel like 60 blocks to get to Trader Joe's once a week. Oh my gosh. Hello. Thanks for sharing. What's up, AL? Thanks for being here. Oh yeah. I don't know. What's up? I don't know what else to say. But yeah, Trader Joe's is where it's at. There are a lot of other grocery store options here too, but I can't not do Trader Joe's. And there's so many of them too. I think my favorite Trader Joe's location in the city is in the Lower East Side. And there's no stairs. It's just all one level. It's very spread out. You're able to distance yourself from people a little bit. Highly recommend that one. Have you ever tried public ice skating rink there during the holidays? I have, yeah, in Central Park. I did that. It was fun. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that, but it was fun. Bryant Park, though, I've been to. I've watched people ice skate in Bryant Park during the holidays. It's definitely a Christmas vibe. And it was actually snowing that day that I went as well. But you get a hot chocolate, walk around, put some peppermint schnapps in your hot chocolate if you're me, and then either go ice skating or watch people ice skate. And there's the massive tree. Like, that's New York in the holidays is beautiful. Definitely visit during the holidays, but also expect like airplane delays because the weather can be really unpredictable during this time. And if it snows, it's going to be delays. So, but it's worth it though if you come for a long period of time, and it's just cozy. It's just cozy. It's hygge. What's up? Wow, I'm just really impressed by everyone who's been here and on my live today. I'm hoping for a video next week. If you have any suggestions or anything you want me to make, let me know on Instagram or in any, I don't know, however else you want. I only like push out my Instagram just so I can connect with y'all more. It's more like, I don't know, besides the YouTube comments, it's more one-on-one, I guess. And I'm always checking my DMs. So yeah, if I can help you in any way, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. It's just nice to breathe on a Saturday. It's just nice. Y'all have helped fill my cup up. So thank you for being here. I thought I would be here alone I honestly thought I was going to do this for 15 minutes, but the questions keep coming. I love it. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by all the people, the density of it all, asking for an introvert, contemplating a move? Yes. And I think I especially felt overwhelmed when I had roommates, and there was never a time or a place. There was never a place that I could just call my own and pull myself away from all of that, because I am an introvert as well. I'm a very private person who likes their own space. So living alone was the best solution for that, but it's not always feasible for everybody. Or if not, finding a layout for an apartment with a roommate that gives you more privacy. Just having your own space has just helped. A place where you can escape. Sometimes for me, that's just sitting in the bathtub and realizing like, this is my little corner. I'm renting it. It's not mine, but it's my little corner of New York City, of the world. And that provides me a lot of peace. But yeah, there's some layouts for New York apartments that one room is on one end and there's a massive hallway with the bathroom and the kitchen and whatever living space. And then on the other end, there's another room. So those layouts I've found are the best for if you have to live with someone. You can save money and still feel like you have your own space and your own privacy. Absolutely. Love your videos. You're such an inspiration. Man, thanks, Catherine. Thank you. I love how involved you all are. I don't know. I'm just take a breath. I want to. Hopefully if you like these lives, let me know and I'll do more of them. This is my first time doing anything like this. I typically don't do lives on Instagram. I'm not that active on Instagram. It's just kind of sad, but I'm always checking my messages. I just don't post that much. YouTube for me is where it's at. It's like my sustainable platform. And we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. It's insane. I think I'm at 1970. Let's see if that has changed. I watch my count every day. Yeah, 1970. I'm just so grateful. And all I can do is just hope to provide you guys with, or you folks with, guidance if you need, or just someone to hang out with. So that's what today's was about, was just having someone to hang out with. All right, I'm going to sign off here. I got to go grocery shopping. I'm going to do my self-care. Thank you so much for being here and for joining my live. And if you like this, let me know on my Instagram. That's the best way to reach me. So you have a great weekend, y'all. Thanks for being here. Bye. Oh gosh.